performer. That's it. We love candy and champions.
Lanka Premier League. This is the day that almost all players and everyone watching have been waiting for. Lots of big names will come under the hammer, and also lots of Sri Lankan names that are hopeful could get into this. So it is going to be a very big day in almost every player, particularly in the Sri Lankan players' life. So I got Fabrice Maharoof with me now. Maha, very good afternoon to you. What are your thoughts on this auction day today?
Very good afternoon to Roshan as well. I think it's a mega day for all the cricketers who are going under the hammer. A few of the players have been signed. And I think it's a massive day for Sri Lankan cricket. Second year running, holding an auction. So I think it's a magnificent day to look forward to.
Yeah, we do have a pre-signing. We got retained players. So let's start looking at the teams, and let's start with Kandy. And let's try and show you how it looks, the pre-signing, the retained, and the purse available.
The Kandy has no surprises. I mean, they've retained the four core of the players last year. Wanindu Hasaranga, Angelo Matthews, Kamindu Mendes, Dushman Shamira, champions, reigning champions, all guns blazing, all-round team, and they got signed Andre Fletcher. He's an interesting signing, wicketkeeper batter. I think he'll add a lot of value for this side, as well as Mohamed Harris, wicketkeeper who played for Kandy last year. Wanindu's captaining. There's no surprises there. Angelo Matthews, who performed really well. So I think that looks a strong team on paper.
Right, that indeed looks pretty strong. Don't forget they're the reigning champions. Now let's take a look at Dambulla, the next team. Let's look at some of the signings and the retained players.
I think they have gone bowling heavy with Dushan Hemanta, Praveen Jayavikram, Dilshan and Nuwan Tushar, two fast bowlers, two spinners. And when it comes to the overseas, they've gone for Mustafizur Rahman, Fiz from Bangladesh for his variations. And Ibrahim Zadran is a good signing. He has scored a lot of runs in Sri Lanka. So I'm pretty sure he'll be a very good signing. And clearly, in this auction, they'll be going for batters looking at that.
So what are your thoughts about the pre-signing or the retained, particularly Dushan and Praveen Jayavikram? They're relatively, I would say, not very pricey.
I think it's a very, very interesting call by Dambulla. Only thing I can think of is they're doing the mathematics, right? They're keeping a bigger purse to buy a bigger players in the auction. I think they have covered one base, which is bowling. Bowling, there are 5 bowlers and a batter. So I think bowling side, they could relax a bit, but they need to target big Sri Lankan players as batters.
Right, let's see. Now let's take a look at Colombo, how they look. Let's look at their players. Let's see how that combination promises. Those are the names. Well, one big name has certainly switched. Thisara Pereira is there. He was with Jaffna. He was very, very loyal to Jaffna before, but he's now switched his allegiance.
I think it's a new challenge for Thisara Pereira. 4 years with Jaffna, now reigning this team as a captain, most probably, making a shift. And Charmik Karunaratne has been retained. That's a very good choice taken by the Colombo
Nipun
strikers.
Dhananjay at $5,000.
I think that's again a calculation masterclass.
But is it fair by the player?
I think it depends on the player. If the player is happy to sign, the management only can offer. It's up to the player whether to sign or not. But as far as I see, the strikers management has done a good job keeping a purse of 435,000 to buy the big players in the auction.
Right. Then let's move to Gaul. Right. What are your thoughts there, Maha?
A purse of 410,000. Again, they have played it really smart. Banu Rajapaksa, Lasut Cruzpule, who turned out for Gaul last year. Banu Rajapaksa, and there's no surprises. They are holding on to him. And Lasith Cruzpule, a young man making a name for himself in T20 cricket, has been re-signed. Niroshan Dikwala and Mahesh Dixon, the big name to move from Jaffna to Gaul. And Alex Hales, one of the most best players when it comes to T20 cricket, has been signed. I think, again, Gaul has done their homework very well.
Well, I think most teams have done their homework. Let's see how Jaffna has done, because Jaffna has lost a few players, but they've done well by elevating a future Sri Lankan captain. You think that's the right word with Charita Salanka? I
think it's a smart choice taken by Jaffna to hold on to Charita Salanka, who've been with them most of the years. And V.S. Khan, local boy, has to be there.
I'm excited for V.S. Khan.
Very much.
Kusal Mendes has moved.
Kusal Mendes, Avishka Fernando from Dambulla. So I reckon those two is a very important one for Avishka Fernando. And I reckon he'll be very much looking forward to. But for me, the two important signings are Umar Zai and Noor Rahman. Those two players have done really well in international cricket, as well as in the LPL. Noor Rahman has bowled well. So they know the surface pretty much. And Afghan players, we know how good players there, and I'm very much looking forward to watch Omar Zai and Noor Ahmed in this team.
Now we talk about this platform, we talk about how players want to showcase their talent with this, on this LPL platform. Now, one of the aspects, or one of the segments, see a particular segment we need to keep an eye on are the younger ones. Any particular name that you want to talk of? Name or names?
I think probably a lot of names, Roshan. I mean, if you look at the re-sign or retain players, you've got Nipun Dhananjaya, Lasud Cruz Pule. This is a great opportunity.
No, those guys have already played, but any, say, under 19 guys, any names that you can remember?
There are many, like Garuka Sanket, for example, fast bowler playing for Moors, played the under-19 World Cup. A bit of Lasit Malinga in him. He'll be exciting prospect to have a look. And the two players I've mentioned about, they haven't had the chance of playing for the national team. This is a perfect opportunity to put their hands up and be to force to reckon with. And you got Janith Linage, Mahesh Teeks, and all these players who won the upcoming Youngsters Award in the LPL previous years have made up in the national team. So this is a perfect opportunity for the youngsters, especially player like Nipun, even V.S. Khan for a certain extent, and Lasit Cruz Pule, Siobhan Daniels, another name comes to my mind. So it's a mega day. End of the day, the players will be watching. I'm pretty sure they'll be glued to the TV watching.
You bet.
End of the day, I think Sri Lanka cricket is the winner.
Yes.
And it's a massive day ahead, and I'm very much looking forward to players going under the hammer.
No doubt indeed. We are all very hopeful that the players will enjoy and they'll get that opportunity that they all want to showcase their talent. And we are almost ready to start proceedings. So let's go across and join Stephanie Sirivatana.
Good morning and welcome to all of you watching around the world to the much-awaited Lanka Premier League 2024 player auction. We are in the 5th season of the Lanka Premier League 2024 and it has grown from strength to strength, making it not just Sri Lanka's topmost domestic T20 league with an international flavor, but also one of the most loved and most watched T20 leagues globally. The LPL is an epitome of cricketing excellence where passion meets skill and future stars are made on the field. It'll start July 1st, where it will be played across 3 historic venues right here in Sri Lanka, Kandy, Dambulla, and of course right here in Colombo. Today, we are so excited for the much-awaited player auction, which will be full of action, excitement, and adrenaline, because today, history is going to be made. All the teams will have a purse of $500,000 and will have a player list containing 420 capped and uncapped players to choose from. They all have their wish lists, but like our auctioneer says, in auctions, absolutely nothing is guaranteed. So stay tuned. Today we have fervor, excitement, and so much enthusiasm as all the teams make their way to get the stars that they want to take that trophy home. Without further ado, let's meet our teams, starting with the Colombo Strikers and of course our owner, Mr. Sagar Khanna. Welcome. We are excited to have you back here. Next up, our 3-time winner, Laika's Jaffna Kings. Welcome. And of course, our owner, Subhashkaran Aliyaraja. Welcome, sir. We have last year's winners, Beloved Candy, and the owner, Omar Khan. Welcome. We have two new team owners joining us this year. So first up, Dambulla Thunders, and welcome to our owner, Tamim Rehan. Welcome. We're excited to have you on board. And last, but definitely not least, we have the Gaul Marvels, along with our new owner, Mr. Prem Thakkar. Welcome. To all our teams, we wish you good luck today. And now it's time to meet the men behind it all. The Sri Lanka cricket table. First up, Mr. Shammi Silva, the President of Sri Lanka Cricket. Dr. Jayanta Dharmadasa, the Vice President of International Cricket. Mr. Ravin Vikramaratne, the Vice President of Domestic Cricket. Mr. Krishanta Kapuata, the Acting Secretary of Sri Lanka Cricket. Mr. Sujiva Godiliada, the Treasurer of Sri Lanka Cricket. Mr. Samantha Dodangvala, the Tournament Director of LPL. Mr. Ashley De Silva, CEO of Sri Lanka Cricket. Mr. Lasantha Vikramasinghe, the Assistant Treasurer of Sri Lanka Cricket. And we also want to say thank you to all our Executive Committee members And a very special thank you to the man behind it all, Mr. Anil Mohan Shankadar, the founder and CEO of IPG, the rights holder of LPL. So we are getting close to the much awaited action, but first up, we are going to hear a few words from our tournament director of the Lanka Premier League. Please put your hands together for Mr. Samantha Dodangwala. Yes, let's give him a warm welcome, please.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm honored and privileged to be here once again and welcome all of you to this much-awaited player auction of the 5th edition of the Lanka Premier League 2024. Last year, the LPL became the second T20 league in the world to conduct a player auction, and it was a great success. An auction always helps to create a clear, concise, and cohesive process by maintaining transparency in the selection of players. The value of the LPL auction is further strengthened this year by the fact that it is telecast live to the world. Present here with us, we have journalists, television channels, and online platforms to provide coverage of this auction, which undoubtedly would give publicity to the players, stakeholders, and of course, great excitement to the fans here in Sri Lanka and around the world. I kindly request franchise teams present here today to help conduct a very productive and fruitful play auction, as the outcome would decide the quality of the 5th edition of the league. The players you select today are the ones that will get onto the field and play this brand of T20 cricket, which has excitement, entertainment, and intense competition. Today, each team has brought in a sum of $500,000 US for the auction and will pick both capped and uncapped players starting from multiple of base prizes. We have the franchise owners, some of the pre-signed players, coaching staff, and management of respective franchise teams here to get the ball rolling. I take this opportunity to thank the Minister of Sports, Honorable Harin Fernando, Mr. Shammi Silva, President of Sri Lanka Cricket, and the Executive Committee of Sri Lanka Cricket for the continuous support they have extended to us to take this league forward to greater heights. I also wish to thank IPG, the right holder of this tournament, franchise owners, players, and all other stakeholders, including the media, for coming forward to make this auction a successful one. Before I wind up, I wish to warmly welcome Mr. Charu Sharma, the familiar auctioneer of Lanka Premier League. Mr. Sharma is a prominent cricket commentator, compeer, and quiz master. With Charu on the podium, I'm sure we are going to have an exciting and a super auction. Let the action begin. And please, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the rest of the auction proceedings. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dodangwala. Let's give him one more round of applause. We are getting closer and closer, but before that, we want to hear a few words from the man himself. Please put your hands together for Mr. Anil Mohan Shankadar, the founder and CEO of IPG, the rights holder of the Lanka Premier League. Let's give him a warm welcome on stage, please.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the player auction of the Lanka Premier League Season 5. We are honored to have you all here today at the Hilton, Colombo. As you know, we moved away from draft to auction, and it's been a thrilling and rewarding experience for the players. This change has attracted world-class players who are excited to join our league. A great example is Chan Madhushanka, who was bought for a record price last year. This year will be just as exciting. In the conclusion, I want to thank Honorable Mr. Youth Affairs, Sports Minister and Lands, Mr. Harin Fernando, Mr. Shammi Silva, President Sri Lanka Board, Mr. Ashley, CEO, Cricket Board, and Mr. Samantha, Tournament Director. Thanks also to the Executive Committee of SLC, the marketing team, Mr. Upul, and everyone at SLC who worked hard to make this a success. A big thank to IPG team for their dedication and hard work behind the scenes. They deserve a lot of credit too. And also thanks to all the franchise owner, media. Enjoy the auction and best of luck to all the players and franchisees. May the best team prevail. And now I have a surprise for everyone. They'll play now.
G'day guys, Michael Clark here. Just wanted to wish everyone all the best for today. Super excited to see the auctions happening. I can't wait to get back to Sri Lanka, a country I love playing in, and now have the opportunity to not just come and commentate, but to be an ambassador for the Lanka Premier League. Can't wait. So much talent, so many great young players, lots of good overseas players as well. So I've got no doubt this tournament will continue to be a huge success. I can't wait to be a part of it.
Yes, what a wonderful surprise. Thank you so much, Mr. Anil Mohan Shankadar. All right, the time has come, the much-awaited time. We are ready for an action-filled auction. And the gentleman that I am introducing is not only handsome and eloquent, he has such a deep timbre that commands and a voice that really commands. Please put your hands together for a gentleman who has been here with the LPL from inception, and he's the one who actually commanded 3 player drafts, and he also was the auctioneer at the inaugural auction last year. Yes, he is back here with us. Please put your hands together for the one and only Charu Sharma. Welcome.
Thank you for your sweet lies, Stephanie, but they sounded good. Made me feel a little taller. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for being here. I'll say a few things that I love saying from the bottom of my heart. I love this country. I love Sri Lanka. I love Colombo. I love everything about it. And I'm delighted to be back. Big thank you to Samantha as well for his kind words, and Anil for thinking of me, remembering me, and calling me back. And of course, this afternoon is not about me at all, because I have the simplest, easiest job. It's about the franchises, because they are the new big pillars and partners of Sri Lanka cricket. I know there are 3 old ones, there are 2 new ones, and I hope that all of you will have a wonderful time. I'm not much for asking everybody to put their hands together, because 9 times out of 10 you fail, because people do listen, but the applause just doesn't come. However, do please prove me wrong, because on behalf of the Sri Lankan Cricket Board, there are so many people who worked so hard to make today happen. And I really don't think we should be moving forward at all till we understand that and acknowledge it with a nice, loud, warm round of applause. Can we do that if possible? Thank you very much, everybody. Okay. It always helps to have a microphone when you applaud, because then it sounds like really big. But anyway, thank you for being here. We're going to have a wonderful time, but it's going to be a long, long day. And I'm glad that I met all the franchisees and others who mattered yesterday, because I think we've gone through everything. There should be, hopefully, no question at all. There should only be pleasure, a little bit of suspense, and delight at what teams pick up today, the players that they pick up. Today, of course, eventually, I talk about the franchises being perhaps the most important, but even more important than that are, of course, the players. That's what the league is all about. It is about the players eventually. And of course, largely players from Sri Lanka, where we hope another rough diamond or 2 or 10 will be discovered thanks to the Lanka Premier League Season 5. All the rules and regulations of the auction have been read, and I take it that they've been completely understood. So we're trying not to waste too much time here. I would request you only for a few things. Maybe I'll do that a few times during the day, but I will be very grateful if all the franchisees who would have studied the players they wish on their wish list to please bid swiftly. This is a very significant auction, because a lot of teams are being completely rebuilt, and there are a lot of players that are required for every team. So if we bid swiftly, we're in good shape. Otherwise, be prepared for breakfast tomorrow morning right here. So let's not get there. A very special thank you, I suppose I can do that before we begin, to Mr. Shami Silva, President of the Cricket Board. Thank you so much for being here, for organizing all of this, for holding Sri Lankan cricket together. Thank you very much. We have also some very important gentlemen to my left who will be regulating all the figures, the matrices of the auction. And I would like to thank Shabaz from IPG and Chintaka from SLC. Thank you very much. We look forward to your control. Anywhere I should slip, you can't. I can, but you can't. So please do assist as we go along. Now, as you notice, there's a white ball on every franchise table, and that white ball is for the one right to match that every franchise has. Now, it's a little complicated, this whole right to match thing. Maybe I shouldn't say it, but I'll say it anyway. I hope this is the last year we have a right to match. But anytime you want to match or utilize that option, please do raise the minor complication we have today. Otherwise, there are a couple of changes which I hope have been informed to you before the auction begins. Even during the auction, there could be, God forbid, a few changes necessitated because of various reasons. But for the moment, may I request the attention of all the franchises. We have serial number 338, Ashan Priyanjan, who is unavailable due to XYZ reason. Please strike 338 off your master lists. Not available. I'll wait for 5 seconds while you find that name and strike it out, or just make a note anyway, 338. Also, serial number 60, Dimut Karnaratne, has a change of base price. We got that wrong earlier. It's not 20, it's $10,000. Got a 10,000 base price for serial number 60. Please do make a notation so that we're not surprised later on. That's all about a couple of changes that I have. I think we should carry on as quickly as possible. At any point of time, if anyone wants to applaud the entrance of a player into any one team, not just that team, but everybody present here, please do put your hands together, because it's always nice to acknowledge that a player has been absorbed into a team. I think the media is also here today, yes, inside the hall. So I just want to acknowledge the fact that we are, as a tribute, the importance of Sri Lanka cricket as well as the LPL, we are broadcast live for virtually through the day on many networks and channels around the world. So let's go to the media here today. We've got absolutely nothing to hide, everything to only offer you in return for your magnificent support over all these years, and I presume that support will remain. Thank you very much again. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're absolutely ready. I hope all the teams are. Tighten up, tighten your seat belts, and let's go. For the first set of names to be read out for the auction, may I please call upon, in fact, a pleasure really, to call upon the President of Sri Lanka Cricket, Mr. Shami Silva, to join me on the chair here to pull out the names. Mr. Silva, thank you again. We have the bag now with the names of the first set. I will request the bag to be kept on the table, and Mr. Silva to please pick one name out of the bag whenever he is ready. The first name to be auctioned today, the 1st of May 2024. All right, ladies and gentlemen, take a deep breath. We are ready. I say once again, I did mention that I'll say it a few times, so this is the second time I'm saying it. Please, I know you worked really hard at figuring out who you wish as a first choice, second, third, fourth, whatever, in every position. We are beginning with bat 1, and in terms of category, and the first player up for auction today is number 5. Player number 5, Ashan Bandara. Ashan Bandara will just to get my figures right, begin at $40,000. You have the paddles in front of you. Please use it as quickly as you wish. I will look around. If I can have a little more light, please, in the room, I'll be very grateful, so I can see the paddles. A little more light, please. I'll be very grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, 40,000. We don't have much time. I'm going to be... Well, do beg your pardon, 20,000. Okay. What's life without a mistake or two? 20,000, so the first name. Why was it trying to double his price? I don't know. Maybe we'll get there. But 20. All right, let's begin at 20. Look around. Thank you. 20 by Candy. Someone have 22. We'll move up in 2,000 at this stage, and only at 50,000 will we move up.